The United States for days had been awaiting, quote, a serious offer from Iran. It waited for days. The offer finally came through on Sunday. U.S. President Donald Trump read it, and he did not like it. In fact, this is what he shared on Truth Social on Sunday. He said this, quote, I just read the response from Iran's so-called representatives. I don't like it. And then in all caps, totally unacceptable. Immediately after that, oil prices ticked up some 3%. We are right now monitoring the price of oil, both Brent crude, which is the global oil benchmark, as well as West Texas Intermediate, WTI, which is the U.S. oil benchmark. As you can see, both of them trading higher. Meanwhile, U.S. stock futures have been ticking down. I've been keeping an eye on NASDAQ futures as well as the S&P. You can see red arrows across the board there, all set to trade lower when trading resumes later on Monday. Now, let's dig into the details of that Iranian proposal, what the counter proposal looked like. Now, according to Iranian state media, this was in the plan. This is what U.S. President Donald Trump read and did not like. According to Iranian state media, the proposal includes compensation for war damages, end to sanctions, end to U.S. naval blockade, end to U.S. ban on Iranian oil sales, and guarantee of no further attacks. And we also heard from the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the war is far from over. He said, quote, more work needs to be done in regards to Iran's nuclear and missile programs. Look, the U.S. president is under a lot of pressure right now to find a ceasefire that will last even longer, to find an end to this conflict that's been dragging on for 10 weeks, especially now ahead of his visit with the Chinese President Xi Jinping. According to Chinese officials and state media this morning, we learned it is happening. It's been confirmed this week, May 13th to the 15th, and Iran remains defiant. This is what we heard from the Iranian president saying this, quote, we will never bow our heads before the enemy. And if talk of dialogue or negotiation arises, it does not mean surrender or retreat. Rather, the goal is to uphold the rights of the Iranian nation and to defend national interests with resolute strength, unquote. The Strait of Hormuz remains effectively closed. So that said, a couple vessels did manage to cross through this critical waterway, a bulk carrier, as well as a Qatari oil tanker. This is significant. This is the first time a Qatari vessel carrying liquefied natural gas, or LNG, has crossed the Strait of Hormuz since the conflict broke out end of February and February 28th. But despite that milestone, the threat across the region persists. There have been new Israeli strikes in southern Lebanon, and also hostile drones were detected above several Gulf states over the weekend. Back to you, Ben.
And at the same time, Chinese trade data is out. How is the world's second largest economy managing the economic impact of this war?
Yeah, better than a lot of people were expecting. New data is out. China's export growth is rebounding. Fresh data came out saying that for the month of April, export growth had clocked in about 14.1% higher compared to a year ago on the back of strong sales of AI-related equipment. This despite the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. But economists also caution the longer this conflict endures, prices will continue to rise. Chinese exports could potentially fall. Now, trade is going to be front and center when these two leaders, U.S. President Donald Trump, Chinese leader Xi Jinping, meet in Beijing later this week. Again, Chinese official media have confirmed it's happening this week, May 13th to 15th. But also for discussion, Iran and perhaps U.S. President Donald Trump looking for ways for China to use its leverage to rein in Iran and to end this war. Back to you, Ben.